Welcome to Cy and Dan's.
You said Dan. You can't say my name.
Oh, okay. Well, I was getting into it, mate.
Keep going.
Welcome to Cy and
Dan.
Treasure Hunting Podcast.
Too intense, mate.
Okay, well, here we go anyway.
Welcome, everybody, to Cy and Dan's Podcasto. What do you want to talk about, mate?
Well, let's just get into the thick of it, mate, and
Straight in there.
talk about some of the finds that you found this season.
Yeah, we found a few hedge finds, haven't we?
Well, I've just started, haven't I? So you've kind of been mentoring me, and
I'm mentoring myself at the same time. Yeah.
But we've had a pretty good start, haven't we, the last few months?
Yep.
I mean, I managed to get myself a couple of good coins. You've got some very interesting finds. You just seem to like turn up. We pull up in the van, and you just get out of the car and just find a hammered coin.
Part of the Orcs, mate. I told you this. It's not what you know, it's about where you go. Do a bit of research and we're on the money. We've had a few blankers though, haven't we? We've had some bad days, bad weather.
Yeah, no.
But all in all, good times.
Well, at first, Dan, I thought it was great when I got a whole like bag full of buttons, innit? I was like really happy, innit?
Button boy, butter boy. No, so it's all good. What do you want to talk about then? What machine are you running at the moment, mate?
Well, I'm on the Equinox 800.
He loves the Noxie.
Or the Nox, yeah. I mean, I had a, I think it was a 7, no. I think it was the Minelab 70 or something like that, one of the earlier ones. Yeah. That's when I started, and then I bought myself a Garrett.
What made you buy that Nox, that 800? Honestly.
Well, it's probably just because of the amount of people on YouTube.
Yeah.
To be fair, I just jumped onto the bandwagon. I'm a sheep, you know.
Yeah. It's a good machine. It's not bad.
I found some good stuff.
I've not used it personally, but
I think when you go up against the Orcs, I mean, the Orcs is just a beast, man.
I think it, but what I've reviewed, and from what people say, is Minelab's a different cup of tea. Like your Orcs, your XPs, your Duesses, your Duesses, and all that, they're made for the hammies.
Yeah.
Whereas the Noxie's made for the nuggets.
Yeah.
It's,
good luck trying. Well, you're the only one that finds bloody nuggets.
We find nuggets. We find all sorts. Yeah. Yeah. So it's all good. But as far as it goes, your machine is a good bit of kit.
Well, I've been watching this guy, Gordon Heritage.
Yeah.
He's the guy on that Horde Hunters on Discovery. And his YouTube channel. And he was talking about doing a not ground balance, the iron BIOS of 4 and the recovery speed of 4 on the Nox.
Yep.
So I've done that, and of course I'm going down deeper than you. And
I noticed that, like we're pulling out tractors here, guys. You know what I mean? Like parts, like this. Yeah, you are digging holes, big holes, yeah. Which I find is okay, and don't get me wrong. Other lads that we'll go out with as well, they dig with the Minelabs deep, but I just find I'm just quite lazy. I'm really lazy.
But what about the discrimination though? The discriminator on the Orcs, man, because I mean, you've got like a really good target ID thing going on. I mean, you say, it's 70, it's 75, or they could be onto the hammered here.
But that's with most metal detectors. You're going to get your signal, and that comes with a lot of digging. Like you're going to know.
I find with the Nox, it's like anything between number. 10 and 20 you're going for, isn't it? But like 19s, 20s, well, 19, 18s, I mean, it seems to be a lot of still.
Is that with the Nox, yeah?
Yeah. And then anything under 10, I seem to be finding the targets are getting a lot smaller.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, could be a cut penny or something, you know, if it's a 7 or a 9 or...
Yeah, with the Orcs is 75. Bang, and 75 between the mid 70s to high 70s, even sometimes 90s pop out something good.
Yeah,
it's that constant solid signal, that low pitch sometimes, or that really high pitch but stable.
Well, I was actually quite sceptical at first, and it's I think I'd only been detecting about 2 months with you, and you said, "Oh, go on, have a try," and of course I just spent £800 on my machine, and I was like, no, I want to use my machine, but I said, "Oh, go on then, Ed, give us 10 minutes in it," and I literally went ping in it and just pinged something, and you went, "Oh, that's a good signal," dug it, and it was a little Roman coin.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a bit of a wake-up
It's
call.
knowing your machine more than it is actually the machine itself. Yeah,
and I'm finding the Knox is not picking up the Roman coins. We've been on sites, and you've been getting 2-3 Roman coins here and there, and I'm just not getting anything, And I don't know if that's because maybe I'm not digging the targets, which are a bit smaller, because some of the coins are quite small and degraded.
I believe you get in a field, right? You rock up, you have your bacon sarnie, you have your cup of tea, you get your rig on, you get out swinging, and if you haven't really found something in a good area, filter off to another area. If you find a coin, but bonus. If you don't find nothing, work to probably about 45 minutes, and I'll start looking at what I can change on the machine then.
Yeah.
Because if you're already set up for that field, that mineralization might change, that depth, the deepness of the coin or the artifact that you're looking for has dropped down further, so you're going to be digging deeper. But what I find is take some coins yourself, put them in a few holes, have a little test. If it comes up, your machine's working fine. If it's not, you've got a problem with your coil. It could be anything. You could go out digging for half a day and your machine might be on the wong,
Yeah.
You got to check these things. So a couple coins in your pocket, chuck it in a hole, have a look around. It might work in your favour,
But that's actually what we did here at my place.
Yeah.
We dug a few holes, put some coins in, and you were showing me how like a two-way repeater is a signal,
Yeah.
And if it starts picking out -2s and stuff like that, it's just crap.
Yeah.
So it was very, very it's very obvious when you've got silver or a target which is gold, but obviously it could be aluminium as well. But it's we put a couple of silver coins, didn't we, down in a couple of holes. And of course, you lost your silver ring, didn't you? And we had to find it again.
Epic fail.
Spent 3 hours trying to look for it.
And we did, literally.
Didn't have the Knox deep enough, innit? It wasn't even picking it up.
I think the rain gods come out as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what fun was it?
No.
But yeah, just take a couple of coins, have a look around. Obviously, and another good little tip, obviously, is clean your coils. Like when you come back from your last dig, make sure your coils are clean.
I'm guilty of not doing that.
Massively, yeah.
I just prefer when you clean my coils,
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah. Bitch. Edit that. Yeah. Yes. What else do you want to talk about then, Si?
So I don't know. Maybe tell everyone about your fine, which has gone into the Treasury.
Oh yeah, the Treasury Act.
Yeah.
It's a long and lengthy process. Let's put it that way. You find something, you get attached to it. Don't get too attached to it. That's the moral of the story.
Well, what I do is I'll put some images up of what you found.
Yeah.
And you can talk about it if you want, and just tell everyone what it is, what you thought it was.
We were doing an area of a field near a very religious settlement, quite well known, and it was a rubbish day actually, wasn't it? It was quite slow. It wasn't progressing.
There was a lot of trash on the field, and I remember it took me a good couple of hours to get used to it, and it was my mistake on that place with the sensitivity because it was so contaminated.
Massively, yeah. Loads of iron. The
machine was just jumping around, and I think we were setting the Knox back down to about a 12 or an 11 on the sensitivity.
So it was a stubble field.
Yeah.
About an inch and a half.
What was it, about 10 acres or something? It was a big old field, wasn't it?
Big old field, yeah, 10 acres. Got to the corner, I thought I'd have a look here. And then I found a little piece of artifact, almost like armour, wasn't it?
Mm.
But it was like disintegrated. So I carried on a bit further on a line, and it just pinged. And I almost picked it up, and it looked like a piece of a plug socket.
Yeah.
I thought, more trash. And I wiped it off, and I could see there was like an indent in the top crest. You can see that in the photo if you look right there in the top crest of it.
Yeah, I like the photo now.
It's like indented, so it's obviously been made. So then
Yeah.
I cleaned it a bit further, and then it started shining through, and I could feel the weight, and it was a nice 7-ounce nugget. So it's
grams,
gold.
not ounce, grams.
Oh yeah, I wish
I wish it was 7 ounces.
Yeah, 7 grams.
we could have cut a piece off for ourselves, mate, if it was
wouldn't
7
be-
ounces.
We wouldn't be podcasting, would we?
No.
Yeah. So it was about 6.5 grams of solid hat gold. We think it's hat gold. The Treasury will tell me more. So we're just waiting.
When we went to see the fines liaison officer, she seemed to think that it was what we thought it could be, a part of a cross.
Yeah.
So, but maybe she was just being nice to us. So until the experts,
It looks like it though, because if you put it to the right hand side, or even to the left, obviously the face is different. But it's got a little camber on it where it's been chopped.
Yeah.
And it's splayed out a little bit on the edges, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the photo. It's splayed out where it's going in to the same sort of shape again. Mm-hmm. So that's what made me thought straight away it's off a cross piece, a gold cross piece.
I remember being on the other side of the field. Yeah. I'm getting WhatsApp messages from you saying, "I've got gold, come over here." And I'm looking half a mile away, thinking, "Oh, I've got to walk all the way over there." And I thought, what's the betting? It's just a button or something, isn't it?
Next time I'm going to do that. Come over here. No, I won't do that. Yeah, so that was an interesting find.
So that's gone.
And we found a little bully head in there. We found a lot of bullets this year, haven't we?
Well, the farmer, you told the farmer, didn't you? And he decided to rotivate the end of the field for us so we can go back over.
Yeah.
And we pretty much picked that. I mean, we were there for a week, weren't we?
Yeah.
Basically going over this area.
Hours on hours. And it gets a bit upsetting because you actually think you're going to find the rest of it. I actually generally thought I was going to find the rest of it.
I think we all did, didn't we? But we were really, really psyched. We were going 6 o'clock in the morning, weren't we?
I still to this day think it's Viking, but everyone else don't seem to think so. But
the picture's on the screen now, so leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think it is, because this is what it's about. It's about the networking with all the other detectorists and their knowledge, because I mean there's people there in it, been doing this 30-40 years, and they know every button, every coin. I mean, maybe someone's got some experience and seen something like this before.
So buckle boys, button boys, just comment. Just let us know. Let us know about this little piece of gold. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get it back one day. Who knows? I'm a bit upset with the whole system, really, because I am, as well as you, quite new to the hobby.
Yeah.
Only a couple years in. Obviously, I've got a bit more advantage on you because it's a year on. But the process itself is quite tricky. Make sure you got your permission, lads. Do you know what I mean? Don't go night hawking and upsetting people and all that lot. But get the permission and obviously liaise if you find something decent with the landowner.
Yeah, well, I think it says on the government website what's classed as treasure for metal detecting. It says, under the existing definition, objects are designated as treasure if they are found to be over 300 years old, made of gold or silver, or found with artifacts made of precious metals. So, I mean, it's pretty vague, isn't it? I mean, unless it's got a date stamp on it.
The issue you got is, what if it's only 200 years old, and no one's going to know what those coins are until they've got home and they've.
But how do you date a Tudor ring? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
A 500-year-old ring.
A gold would have to go into the Treasure Act, and that's where it becomes a bit like almost quite tedious for them. I can see that, because they've got so much stock and they've got to get through everything, because the more metal detectors there are now these days, there's tenfold more than what there was 10 years ago. So, and their system's still the same. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be updated. So that's why stuff's taken a lot longer. That's what she told me anyway. But it's a lengthy process. They say to anything from a year to 2 years before you've even got a valuation on what you've put in. And to me, I think that's a bit unfair, especially if you're new to the hobby. Not for me, suggest, but like younger lads or younger ladies that are out there.
Well, we did ask them about, are they going to test the metal content?
Yeah.
And they were They were a bit sketchy about that. They said, "Oh, we only do
But
that
we
in
was
some
quite
cases."
clever because we tested it before it went there, didn't we? We're not saying they're corrupt. Let's not start pointing fingers there.
Yeah,
we don't want to start doing that. You know what I mean?
Tested the metal. How would you mean?
We tested it. We weighted it, didn't we?
Oh yeah, no, I mean the actual content.
The content they was going to tell, yeah, where
like through a spectrometer or some scientific stuff.
Yeah.
They might be able to tell you where the gold is or what
that'd be nice.
the composite alloy is.
Yeah.
And then see if that's similar to something else at certain times. But she seemed to say that they wouldn't even do it. They're just going to get the experts to look at it. And
yeah, she basically told me it's Viking and it's worth 1.8 million. So I was quite happy. No, it's probably worth about £5 and we'll get it back in about 9 years.
Yeah.
So I'll see how it goes. But that's our first treasure app find that we've actually processed. The rest is all like single coins, bullheads. Found some hammies. Found quite a few hammies, haven't we, this year?
Yeah. I mean, I got a nice, it wasn't a hammered, but it was a William III. I think it was 1696.
Yeah, lovely coin.
Was it a shilling? Or was it sixpence? I can't remember now.
Half groat.
Is it half groat? Well, I'll put a picture up and review it. But
Roman coins. I had a couple of Roman coins.
Yeah, the Roman coins. Yeah, problem is they're so toasty because we're in Somerset. I mean, the soil here is so acidic. It really gets them unless they're silver or gold.
I think when you find your first Roman coin and you put that in your hand and you've just found it, and the last person who lost that was 2,000 years ago. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing.
Stylax.
No archaeologist that's put in 10 years degrees can get to that situation. Do you know what I mean? You can go out now, buy yourself a £500 machine and go find something from 2,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. Yeah, it's good. What else then, Si?
Right, so all right, so let's talk about some tips for beginners. If you're new to this and you want to get into it, let's talk about what machine you should really go for.
Oh, for tips, yeah, just watch all our videos.
Yeah, just watch. Just copy us. Get an ox or get an aux.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
Just dig for like 24 hours a day, and you'll come up good. Yeah. Some good tips. One tip I would give, if I was going to give all tips, do not cheap out on a pinpointer.
Yeah.
That is 100%. I've made a mistake. You've made a mistake.
Yeah, I have. I've made
many
mistakes.
Other people make the mistake.
Yeah, and you know why? Because some of these, like I got a Garrett one, I think on eBay for about £35.
Yeah,
and I didn't realise there was a whole market of cheap Chinese counterfeits.
Oh, loads, hundreds.
And you know, eBay's quick to stop other counterfeit items, but they're not really too on the ball with pinpointers and metal detecting stuff. I mean, I went on to AliExpress and there was a GPX 5000 on there. Minelab counterfeit for about $800.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely mental, you know.
Yeah, don't slip into them realms. Just a good place to go. I don't know if we're allowed to name brand or not. Or LP.
You never know; they might sponsor us, mate. So
whatever. LP Leisures. That I've always bought all my stuff from them.
Yeah.
So if you go on their website, you go down through, you'll see pinpointers. If you're getting an Oxford US, or anything XP orientated, you want to obviously get an XP pinpointer because that will automatically sync with your machine and it will run through your headphones. But I think you even use an XP. What have you got? MI6, isn't it? Yeah, MI6.
Yeah, I just got it.
Even the MI4s are good.
My mum brought it for me for Christmas, mate. A Christmas present. But I was using what was I using beforehand?
Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese one probably.
Because your Minelab broke, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, your Minelab broke. But your Minelab lasted a while, didn't it? And there's something wrong with a button. I find them strange buttons. Do you not find the button strange on that
What on the Minelabs?
Yeah.
It was. It got stuck, didn't it?
Yeah, the button got stuck.
Yeah. And it was just making some weird sounds and
there's like a mini speaker that's opposite the button where the sound comes through.
Yeah, well, my one got blocked with mud really
That's
quickly.
what I mean. That's what I was saying to you. Yeah, so it's not sounding great, is it? No, 100%. The best pinpointer out there at the moment is
the XP, yeah?
the MI7, MI6, is it?
MI6, yeah.
Yeah, MI6.
MI7.
Get on. I'm inventing your brands. Obviously, that's the next one. But yeah, the MI6 is bang on all year. Hasn't failed. I'll probably charge it 3 times. 3 times, I think. And it's good because
it's the same with the Knox. The Knox are
no
only
batteries. It's just straight in charging point. You got a car charger, bang it straight in there, and you're good to go.
What I kind of like with the Orcs as well, Dan, is how compact it is. I mean, my Minelab, the Knox. I mean, it sits in the back of the car or the back of the van, and it's just there. It's like it's just like a piece of furniture. You know what I mean? It's hard to manoeuvre. It's got wires. Your things just fold up. It can go in your backpack.
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah. It all compacts right down. The Orcs are the same as the Duras.
And I suppose other people will know this as well. I mean, when you go onto some fields, you might have to walk half a mile or a mile, and you're carrying all this stuff in it. And it's so much more easy just to have it all in a bag or in a backpack or something, and then just get it out when you need it. And just, I mean, you're when we start up and when we go out. I mean, literally, you get out the van and you're detecting within about a minute.
I've done 6 holes,
within about a minute and a half, and I'm
you look like
around.
You're having a fight still at the back doors.
Yeah. I'm pairing my headphones and changing coils and all this stuff in it, and it's just
it's more versatile. Yeah, it's definitely, and it's light. Oh my god, it's so light. I am a Minelab lover. I have got Excalibur #2. And obviously I do diving as well, so we treasure hunt under the water, and that is my chosen piece.
Yeah.
But I know Duras now, I would like to try this new one.
The
second one, yeah. Because I think that goes deep as well. But I was actually land swinging this Excalibur for months, and my right arm was twice the size of my left one. It was massive. And
that goes down quite deep, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's a brilliant bit kit. Discrimination wise, I don't think nothing will compare to it. Like it discriminates everything. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's good or bad, because I have gone into the fields afterwards with the XP stuff, and I've pulled stuff out that I should have been picked up. Do you know? But I didn't actually pick it up.
Yeah. So, what about what's your thoughts then, Dan, on say rallies? I mean, for people that can't get permission, or having problems getting permission, maybe we should...
you can always get permission.
Exactly. Maybe we should address this problem.
Permission.
I mean, that was my biggest fear. I mean, it was a fear. It was like an anxiety with me at the beginning.
It was,
and then we were driving around, and you were like, no, get out, knock on the house, and go ask them, innit?
Yeah, just be courteous, kind. You're all nice people. You're metal detectors, do you know what I mean? We're not thugs.
Yeah.
We're going out, we're quiet. We don't make sounds because we've got headphones on. We're not shouting at each other. Just go have a look around. First, do a bit of information.
Yeah.
So in your area, you may have an old mintery. Then think of a path from that mint house of where people would have trekked across. Fords where people would have stopped to drink water. Think of what you're looking for. Think of,
it's really,
are you going for Roman? Are you going for medieval? It all pretty much brands into the same sort of stuff, but not going too far off script. Is bit of planning before you go knocking. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's the art bit. That's the bit where you got to do the groveling. But 9 times out of 10, people are farmers and that, they're used to lads coming and asking prior to yourself.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not a new thing for them.
No.
I mean, they're landowners. Yeah. People are asking all the time. Yeah. I mean, I managed to get a farm across the road from me, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And that's about 30 acres. And they said to me, oh, well, you can give it a go if you want, but you won't find anything because we've had someone here before and they've metal detected it already. Yeah. And first thing that happens, I started finding bloody Victorian shillings and stuff.
Yeah, sixpences and stuff like that, yeah.
I got to the far bit of the field, of the farm at the back, about 3 fields back, and that's where I got my first hammered, which was a Henry III groat.
It's amazing, yeah.
Well, it was a half groat. But, I mean, the feeling I had when I got that, man, it was like one of those moments. And I was looking around. I was like, "Where is everybody?" And it's like, "There's no one here." I've got to celebrate by myself.
You had a little party popper in your pocket, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whee! But one thing I will say is once you've got that little bit of land, it normally leads to other bits of land because people see you out. The farmer will be cultivating or harvesting. They'd be like, just walk over, just talk to them. They're just human like you. Do you know what I mean? Do not lack confidence in asking for permission. Mm-hmm. All you're doing is digging holes. As long as you're tidy and you keep all your admin clean, do you know what I mean? And that's the main thing about it all, do you know what I mean? Get the permission.
We have had a few landowners, though, who have been a little bit funny, like they want us to park our car in certain places.
Do it, yeah.
And like one person's, they were like, they were trying to put us off, but was like, oh, well, we don't mind. Is there any chance we can just go out for a couple of hours? So I think if you get someone who's a bit disgruntled, but they're still okay for you to do it, but you can kind of get the impression that they don't really want you there, you just say, "Oh, it's all right. We just have a couple hours swinging
rule of
in the
thumb,
afternoon." You're
not digging just for yourself. You're digging for them. They want to know what's in their land.
Yeah,
and 9 times out of 10, they don't want you on there because they don't want you to find their stuff.
Which they're never going to find anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it's counterproductive. But you only need a little bit of land because you'll keep finding stuff on that land. You got to find the best thing. A biggest tip I can give you, what I know so far, get your metal detector, look for everything and find a busy area. Once you've found that busy area, start going through, clearing all the crap out. It's a horrible job, but you got to do it because it's your land. Start clearing it all out. You'll start finding better stuff.
Yeah.
Keep going back to that area.
No, for sure.
And then go to another area and you found another busy area. Just keep clearing it all out. And once this fields maybe you got pasture that hasn't been turned for 15 years.
But the thing is as well, Dan, you'll find little hot spots in the field as well. Where where you might find like old buckles and stuff like that where people have been walking or sitting,
The quicker you take that crap, not swearing, the quicker you take that crap out the ground, the quicker you'll find the better stuff. Because you can go deeper, you can go more methodical about it, do you know what I mean? And that's what I found anyway. I found that you don't need a lot of land. You just need to work that land. Yeah. You need to keep going, keep podding at it. Even when you think that, I can't really bother today. It's the same land. I wish I had more land. Go out. Because you don't know that foot to the right that you've missed, that could be the winner. Do you know what I mean?
Well, before Christmas, I think we were on a field, and it was kind of like a hilly field.
Yeah,
but I don't think we actually found much. It was literally
just
that
too.
That was in Wellington. Some dug 50 holes or something each. You probably dig 50 holes an hour anyway, Dan. But
bigger Dan.
Yeah, but. Yeah, you'd been to that field. I think you said that was where you first started.
Yeah, it was.
And you found a little cannon or something, didn't you?
Yeah, a little toy cannon. Yeah,
toy cannon. But like, what's that?
I'll put a photo up on that.
Yeah, we'll put a photo. What's that like? Would you reckon was it Victorian or?
A couple of people told me different stuff. The best thing you can do when you find something you ain't got a clue what to do is there's loads of groups out there. Get on Facebook, start talking to people. Get on their forums. You got UK metal detecting. Loads of good groups out there. You can get on these groups, post your item, and they'll tell you a bit of history about it. And if you don't know, someone will know. Anyway, we found this cannon.
Yeah, you found the cannon.
I thought it was a toy cannon. I think it is a toy cannon.
Yeah, well, I think they were someone told for kids, weren't they? But they were working cannons, like little hand cannons or whatever you want to call them.
Little fuse goes in the end.
Yeah.
And a little ball bearing in the other end and some gunpowder. But what I was told is that the coachman used to use them.
Oh, right, okay.
So when they were like travelling at night, they used to have these pre-prepped in their pockets, in the coachman's pockets. Mm. So obviously if a siege ever took place, they would be able to pull them out quickly, like the fuse.
Bit of a random place though, isn't it, on top of a hill?
Yeah.
I mean, there must have been an old road or path going through there.
Very.
I mean, if that's come off a wagon, say, isn't it? I mean.
Yeah. Or it's a kid that had the toy, but a lot, that's the trouble with stuff, isn't it? You can only find out so much information. So, but yeah, it's cool find. One of my top finds that.
And another good find that you've had and showed me in your little collection was the big kind of like the big button thing.
The brooch.
Yeah, it's like a brooch or whatever.
Yeah.
But funny enough, I got like a button book. And they were saying, I think
boy.
I think it might have been in the late 1700s.
Yeah.
these big brooches were very, very popular and very fashionable. So even though, we'll put a picture up of that as well and see what people think.
Yeah, I did speak to someone. They said it could have been like a brooch clasp. It's big, isn't it? It's like the size of my hand.
Yeah. Oh, it's mega. It's mega.
It's a big old bit of kit. Yeah, we'll put that picture up.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we were going to talk about rallies and maybe the pros and cons of for anyone starting out or people who just can't get the permission. But I think we solved the permission problem.
How many rallies you done?
I've been on about 3 or 4.
Same as me.
And to be honest with you, the last one was just.
I hate doing this bit because I don't like criticising because
everyone's trying to do something good. You know what I mean? But how do you feel about people organising rallies and then potentially you do get the feeling that there's a certain amount of charlatans out there and they're organising these things.
Oh yeah, I've heard of a couple.
And maybe throwing coins out into the field for people to find.
You got to weigh it up, haven't you?
But the biggest disappointment for me was we went to this rally, and it said pasture, and we gone there, and there was about a foot of stubble on the field, and it was just one of those things where if you've never done stubble before, it was my first time stubble detecting.
I don't think anyone likes stubble. I like stubble when it's not there.
Yeah. Yeah, I second that. Actually, that's a.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain in the bum because your machine's getting torqued all day, isn't it? I mean, it's hard work as well on the forearm.
Well, didn't you do one of your coils in?
Yeah, we smashed up a 35. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. But the trouble is with rallies is they're good because you can socialise and don't get me wrong.
That's one of the pros.
That's the only pro of it. I think. I find
networking really and maybe.
It's a race out. It's a race out, isn't it? To get who can find. It's a bit of competition. It's nice. It's cool. But what I don't like about it is, I think the range, the spectrum of the fields could be a lot better.
Yeah,
for a start.
Well, I went to
the organisations could be a lot better.
The first rally I went to, Dan, right? It was down in it was down somewhere near Dorset. And it was a big estate. Must have been like 200 or 300 acres, right? Yeah. And there was a big stately home there where some lord or someone was still living in. And I thought to myself, maybe go round the house. But it was so nice. It was. I didn't really want to start digging like right next to the house.
No, of course not.
But of course, so I've gone off into the forest and walked away down to where the little lake was and stuff like that. And, long story short, some guy did exactly what I didn't do and then found, I think he found 2 sovereigns in the garden of this stately home, innit? Like right next to the bloody house.
No, I wouldn't really, but yeah, I would. That's gutting, isn't it? Imagine that.
Yeah,
and you was literally going that way.
Yeah, and I walked past it, mate.
You walked past it, yeah.
I walked past it.
I've had another mate done exactly the same on a dig not long ago. Literally, he was literally about 10 feet away from another detectorist, and he found a gold massive ring as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it must hurt that.
Yeah, no, especially when you got the idea in your head, and it was kind of like that.
That's.
And we're back.
Oh, yeah. We had a cup of tea, sausage roll. No, we don't eat sausage rolls. Yeah,
spring roll, vegetarian spring roll.
And a bit of quiche.
Right, so yeah, we said...
what was talking about? We was talking about...
we were talking about rallies, weren't we?
Yeah, the rally. What do you think? I don't want to go on this topic too much.
Thumbs up or thumbs down for rallies, Dan? What do you think, mate?
Personally, I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I think so too, mate.
I don't like paying to dig a hole, personally.
Unless it's for charity, of course.
But yeah, if it's charity, that's totally different, yeah. But let's be honest. If you've got your own land, get on your own land.
Yeah.
If you're feeling a bit lonely, go to a karaoke bar. Or
like me yesterday.
Or invite your mates out with you. And I'm lucky I got Si to come out with me, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good. What else you want to touch on?
What about the...
by the way, subscribe to us. Is that just a bit blunt? Yeah, please subscribe to us.
Well, I think we've got to do the thing. Like, guys, subscribe to us. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Give us a comment.
No, seriously. I don't want to swear, but subscribe, yeah? No, it's all good. It's all fun and games.
If you have a metal detector,
yeah,
and you have a pinpointer and you go out regularly, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing live. Well, I don't know. We might be going live, but we're going to be putting our digs up.
We got some wicked stuff this year.
We're going to be we've got some ideas in the pipeline about maybe some kind of metal detecting challenges and stuff like that. So subscribe to us. Click the bell icon.
The bell end? The bell. It's at the end, though, isn't it? It's the bell.
You're a bell end.
It's the bell at the end, isn't it? Of the subscribe.
Yeah.
Just planting that word in your head.
Yeah, but we'll keep you updated with our challenges. We might even be doing some giveaways and stuff like that. I mean, we're thinking about getting some t-shirts made with our channel. I got
some old socks.
So
the old holy socks, they're pretty good.
But of course, guys, be realistic. We've got to get to like 1,000 subscribers before we can start giving things away.
Probably ain't gonna happen, but we'll have a go. Have a go. But also as well, we got some really cool digs going on this year, and obviously we will put up on the group. Follow us on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Yeah, we put all the links below for our social media.
And come and have a go yourself. Like, come join us. Come into the videos. Come see us, and we can give as much advice as we got. We haven't been doing it that long, but we're quite savvy with it now, aren't we?
Any questions with the orcs? Dan's very knowledgeable, so whack any questions in the comments on your, or any tips that you've got.
Settings and that, I can pretty much tell you, but a lot of it is going out on your own and putting them hours in. You put the hours in and you'll come up good.
Just to touch back on the machines, what do you think about coils? Do you think the bigger coil, the smaller coil? I mean, there's so many.
It's just hard. This is where you start.
High frequency coils. I mean, mate.
Don't go wasting lads. Don't go wasting loads of money on coils. Right? If it's there, your coil's going to find it. Don't matter if it's HF or different F. Yes, you might find less. Yes, you might find it's deeper, it's higher. HF coils are good for big choppy areas. Small ones on the XP, they're good. But the 35 is an all-rounder. You can smash that around everywhere. But don't go spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on stuff that you can't use at the same time. If I could, I would. Two in one hand. But yeah, just it's good. I have two, but that's because I dig quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like a day. What's that? That's another thing. Is the high frequency ones use a lot more battery, so you've got to bear that in mind. So
what's the battery span on that?
I reckon you're not going to get. You're going to get 2-3 hours.
Yeah. I
don't know if that's because I've got a bad battery, but I've never wanted to change it. I suppose I could look into it more. But
and what about the normal coil you get?
Normal coils all day and probably the next day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. On a 35. Because
I mean, the Nox is really good for battery life. I mean, I find
amazing. That's one thing I am jealous of the Minelabs.
I take it out 2 or 3 times and go all day, innit? Like maybe a good 20 hours detecting before I got to charge it.
And that's good because you got more range then. You can go further. You ain't got to worry about it.
But I did make sure when I got it, I did drain it down to nothing, and before I recharged it. So
I'm just an excited bunny, when I just get out there. Get out there.
So I think we'll call it a day now, yeah, Buzz?
Yeah, sweet.
So thanks for everyone for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Just to remind you again, if you haven't already, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, make a comment.
It's so boring when you ask people to do that, isn't it?
Oh, I know, but it's like the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, come on, lads, like, and ladies, like.
Yeah, everyone give us a thumbs up. There we go.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Latest, people.
Yeah, cool. Stay tuned. We're going to be putting out our dig from yesterday. We had quite an exciting day. Dan found a few bits and bobs, so stay tuned. Get ready to watch that. That should be out in the next couple of days. And peace out, people.
Ciao, Bella.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell